We've all been promised this future with amazing, powerful AI assistants. But what if the next giant leap forward isn't about a smarter cloud, but about an AI that lives right here, on your own computer? Today, we're going to explore that pretty radical idea and what it means for your privacy, your work, and yeah, maybe even your next coworker.
But first, let's just be honest for a second. Have you ever felt like your current AI assistant is, well, kind of lazy? It just sits there, right? Waiting for you to ask it something. It's a powerful tool for sure, but it is completely reactive. It never, ever takes the initiative.
And this slide just nails the gap between the marketing promise and our daily reality. We were sold this vision of a proactive partner, one that gets to know us and works everywhere we do. Instead, what we got is a tool that waits for a command, has the memory of a goldfish, and is usually trapped inside its own little app. But what if that whole passive model is about to get completely turned on its head? Let's meet Clawdbot, a project that's been designed from the ground up to be less of a tool and way more of a proactive teammate. So, what is this thing? Clawdbot is an open-source, self-hosted AI assistant. Now, those are the magic words here. Open source means its code is totally public. Self-hosted means it runs on your computer, your Mac, your PC, whatever, not on some company's server farm. And proactive? That means it can actually message you first. And check it out. These features directly solve all those problems we just talked about. Proactive interaction. That means it can send you a morning briefing without you even asking. Omnichannel access means you talk to it through the apps you already use, like WhatsApp or Slack. It has these modular skills to do real stuff. And maybe the most important part, it has a persistent memory and it's privacy first, because all your data, all your conversations are stored locally, right there on your machine. So how does it pull all this off? Well, it's built on these 4 pillars. Think of it like this. The gateway is the front door. It lets a message from your WhatsApp come right in. The agent is the brain. That's the LLM that understands what you want. The skills are the hands. They go and do the task, like searching your calendar. And finally, the memory, which is just your local file system, makes sure the agent remembers you for next. So this self-hosted model creates a really fundamental split from what we're used to. Let's break down the key differences between the cloud-based AI we all know and this new local-first approach. And this table just lays it all out, crystal clear. With mainstream assistants, everything happens on a company's cloud servers, but with Clawdbot, it's all on your hardware. Mainstream AIs are passive. Clawdbot is super proactive. Their memory is spotty. Clawdbot's is persistent. But the real kicker, the most crucial difference, is right there at the bottom. With mainstream AI, your data is shared. With a self-hosted agent, you have total data sovereignty. It's all yours. But of course, it can't all be sunshine and roses, right? This level of power and privacy doesn't come for free. This new model introduces some very real trade-offs we absolutely need to consider. Let's start with the good stuff, because the upside is incredible. You have complete, total ownership of your data. Nothing you say is ever used to train some big corporate model. You totally avoid vendor lock-in, which means you can swap out the AI brain whenever you want. And you get this insane level of customization, building an assistant that is perfectly tailored to how you work. It sounds almost perfect, doesn't it? A private, proactive, all-knowing assistant that works just for you. But, as with any powerful new technology, there is always a catch. And here it is. Here's the catch. When you give an AI access to all your files, you're basically creating a new door for potential threats. You have to worry about things like prompt injection. I mean, imagine a cleverly worded email tricking your AI into sending your private data to a hacker. But honestly, the biggest trade-off is this. With self-hosting, you are the IT department. You're responsible for all the maintenance, the security updates, and a setup process that requires a little technical know-how. Now look, I know this part can get a little complex, especially when we start talking about security and server maintenance. So seriously, if you have any questions at all about how this works or the risks involved, please ask us in the comments below. We genuinely love to help clarify. All right, let's zoom out for a second, because a project like Clawdbot isn't just a one-off cool thing. It is a perfect example of a much, much bigger trend that's reshaping the entire AI landscape. So the first major trend is this shift from what we call AI co-pilots to truly autonomous agents. We're moving beyond tools that just help you write an email to systems that can manage your entire inbox, schedule follow-ups, and book meetings all by themselves. They're becoming less like a clever tool and more like a true digital employee. The second trend, which is just as important, is the move toward what's called edge AI. All that really means is that these super powerful AI models are now getting so small and efficient that they can run entirely on our local devices, our laptops and our phones, instead of on some giant server farm. This is the tech breakthrough that makes private, secure, self-hosted agents like Clawdbot not just a niche idea, but the potential future for all of us.
And I think this quote from one of the sources just sums it all up perfectly. Clawdbot represents something genuinely new. Not another chatbot, not another app demanding your attention, an assistant that works for you on your terms. That last part, on your terms, that's the whole ballgame.
Which brings us right back to that big question we started with. With an AI that can act on its own, living right there on your laptop, the idea of a digital coworker is suddenly not science fiction anymore. So the real question isn't just when this will happen, but are we ready for that kind of coworker? One that has access to everything we do? If this explainer helped you get your head around the shift towards local private AI, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technology that is quietly reshaping our world. Thanks for hanging out with us.